It's the naked truth. Raw and uncensored adult chat with the stars of Just for Fans as we get personal. Bedroom stories, sex tips, and more. Close the door, turn down the lights, and turn up the volume. It's time for the naked truth. And jazz hands! Hello, 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 Just for Fanners! I'm not saying that I value food more than equality, but my favorite part of LGBT is the BLT part. Well, okay, no.
Isn't that funny?
Wah, wah. This is the Naked Truth, the official Just for Fans podcast, where nothing is off limits except my original pre-COVID weight. On this episode, we go deep and get down with our guests, popular names and body parts from the Just for Fans family, Ray Diesel and Cesar Xes. By the way, ready to mix things up and spill some tea? You can find us on every major podcast platform. You can also watch us on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire TV on the Outat.tv app. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram at JustForFans site. And whether you are a content creator or a fan, sign up for the award-winning Just for Fans site, setting the standard for connecting adult content creators and their fans at JustFor.Fans. I am your host, Alexander Rodriguez, queen of the podcast, with my sidekick, director of events for Just for Fans, Mr. Anthony John. Hey,
girl,
Anthony.
take a breath. Jesus.
I just want to get this because we have a great show. I just want to get through it. Anthony,
Yes.
what do you call a homosexual Jew?
A bad pun joke that you're going to say.
A Hebrew.
God.
My award-winning jokes here. These are for free, by the way.
Into anti-Semitism. Wonderful. Thank you.
I'm celebrating the Hebrew. I have given many Hebrews in my life.
I've gone to Jubilee, though, the party. That's fun.
Oh, is
in
that
New York.
really for...
Yeah, Jubilee is amazing.
Shut up.
Yeah. You wear blue. Everyone wears blue.
Am I allowed even though I'm not snip snip?
Yeah, no, I went.
Do they check? Oh, you're not snip snip?
I'm Catholic. They
What's
ruined
that
everything
mean?
about me.
There's a whole story there.
You didn't know, Ray?
No.
Oh, I thought we knew each other
In
better.
fact, I got an award, literally. I still have an award that says head altar boy. I was head altar boy for 3 years. Wow, that's fun.
Wow.
Anthony, what's going on in the Just for Fans world?
Oh, a lot. This is a big month for Just for Fans. Let's see. I'm going to pick one fun topic. We surpassed 1 million subscribers.
1 million,
1 million subscribers.
That's great.
Wow.
That's great. And that was a few
Crazy.
weeks ago, so I think we're probably well past it now.
Well, you guys are doing it right. I mean, you have a way to give back to the community. You promote equality and inclusivity. It's not just give me a cash. It's like, let's make a statement. Happy birthday.
And it's also our birthday, yes.
Yes.
It's our 3rd year. I was going to save that for another episode.
Oh.
I guess I'll do 2 fun facts. It's also...
It's a twofer.
Yeah, it's also our
a
3rd
DP.
year. It's our 3rd year anniversary.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, in just 3 years, we became number 2 in the world.
Okay, in the next episode, you can say that. Just pretend like we didn't say it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's formally introduce our guest today. Mr. Ray Diesel has been in the adult entertainment industry for almost 7 years. He's a top male model that's been nominated for Gay VN Favorite Top Daddy, Cock and Dom. I have to say it that way for some reason. I don't know. Cock and Dom.
Cock and Dom. How's the Cock and Dom doing?
Oh, that could be a new podcast. Cock and Dom.
Coffee with Cock and Dom.
Ray's worked with major studios around the world, also hosts events, go-go dances, and performs in live sex shows. His Just for Fans is fire. He barely fits it on the screen, if you know what I mean. Please welcome Mr. Ray Diesel. Also joining us is Cesar Xes. And people are like, what is that? It's sex backwards, duh. Cesar is now based in LA. He started in the biz in the early 2000s and has filmed with a number of studios and is also creating super hot content for his Just for Fans channel. He is a powerverse in every sense of the word, and his fans are enamored with his back as well as his front. There's another diesel honk. You can also catch him in action. He's in the reboot video of Caswell's Ice Cream Truck music video. Please welcome Cesar Xes.
Hey, girl.
Ooh. Also celebrating a birthday, by the way.
Happy birthday, yes.
Birthday.
Did you get what you wanted for your birthday?
Everything and more.
Oh, that's so
No.
sweet. Was it an orgy? Or was it just like quiet, like you and your cat?
It was bleak. It was me and my dog. Me and my bitch.
Oh, that's cute. Is it like a real dog or is it like a pup?
No, it's
Like with a mask?
A real dog.
Oh, okay.
Yikes.
What's your dog's name?
Her name is America.
Oh.
I found out a fun
She's
thing.
so cute.
I found out a fun thing last night. We were hanging out a little bit, Cesar and I, and for birthday. And he has an app on his phone that is the dog, like it's a little doggy cam, and he could feed her treats.
Yeah,
from
we
the
can
phone.
FaceTime each other.
And the dog comes up to the phone, America.
and we
eating
FaceTime
treats.
each other and talk.
It's
Yeah.
so cute.
Jenny
My dog
Craig
doesn't even
has
know her
been
name.
Jenny Craig is going to do the same thing for curvy people. Don't ask me how I know. Where they let you have your treats during the day.
Little Dunkin' Donut munchkins just roll out.
Feed me, Jenny Craig.
Your
I
fifth day,
actually
you get a
need
jelly
that.
donut.
You know how they do those like box foods to your house?
Yeah, I love them.
I've tried so many different, but then I end up eating like the whole box in a day because they're like, here's what you should be eating. It's like, come on.
Oh no, I love them. Some of them are like HelloFresh and those.
Yeah, but I literally eat them.
Yeah, but you make one complaint, you get like weeks for free. There, I said it. COVID.
Same thing with Noom. Thank
Times
you
are-
for the extra
Times
20
are rough.
Noom.
You
They
met,
did,
hi,
you know.
my garlic was a little. I think it was a little bad.
It's a little
Here's
garlicky.
5 weeks.
They gave me
of,
one meal that I did not ask for, and they sent me
like
free
months.
Oh,
stuff
that's good to
for a
know.
week. I was like, thank you.
Oh, okay.
Thank
Well,
you.
we're going to give
Thank
them
you.
another call.
It's COVID.
It's COVID. We like to eat.
COVID
and-
weight?
and
Are
watch
those
TV.
Karen hacks or something?
Yeah.
Karen. That's another podcast idea. Karen hacks.
Coffee with Karen hacks and corns
Cock
and
and Dom
doms.
and Karen
Cocks
hacks.
and doms.
All right, so we're going to start
Let's
the show
get
with a
into it.
little hot topic. We always like to
Yeah.
start things off a little
He
hot.
always brings in the downer in right away.
So there have been revelations this past year that have come out that certain studios in the world, that bottoms, no matter how big of a name they are paid less than tops. Is that okay, or should bottoms get paid more because they have to prepare more? And here we have the power top, and then we have a power verse. So I would love your opinion on this matter.
Well, I heard something about this. I really don't know if it's true or false. I've been told over the years, because I've known people in the industry for a long time, it all depends on who the person is, period. It has nothing to do with their top or bottom, just the performance itself. So I don't know. I think bottom should be taken care of correctly. Now, I do know one studio, I'm not going to say who, that did pay their bottoms less, but that's because the tops was the focus of the website.
Oh, got it.
So that's the reason why. Like, they paid the tops pretty much double.
But I mean, let's put this in terms, and because this is exactly the studio I'm talking about. It's one of the studios that was listed, and the bottom, I think it was
Armand Rizzo.
Yeah, he was saying we have to prepare the night before. We can't eat a certain way. There's like we have to really a top can show up and just like stick it in.
Wow.
And so for even like the time involved, if you were to do like an hourly pay basis, it's more prep work per hour.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would say equal pay all around, like in general.
And I want to know why this
But
wasn't part of the Biden administration's first week. He
I
was
think
on
it
a
was-
roll, right?
Hello,
It's
He's
in
like
the
equal pay
100
for
days.
women and bottoms.
100 Ks. It's because Pete is too busy worrying about making our buses pink. But okay.
But again, I found it's more like like certain performers demand a higher rate, and you know, if you feel like you deserve it, ask for it.
Because I know some bottoms that prepare a night before, and then I know some that be done in 10 minutes and ready to go. You know,
Isn't that weird? I think it's
Yeah.
how certain body. I've dated
Yeah.
boyfriends like that they could be ready to go after Thanksgiving dinner without any preparation, and there's some that like you need to book a suite at the Ritz for like
Yeah.
a week before you can touch them.
It's like 2 days. It's like,
Yeah.
like really.
I used to be that guy, not anymore. No.
Well, and
Yeah.
you have to be like prepared for however it goes. It's
Yeah.
not like you have the one thing
so
that you
do
do.
I get like paid
Yeah, so
double
verse
for being
people
verse?
should
'Cause
get,
I'm
like-
like
Oh,
I'm
because-
showing up
Yeah,
ready to
she's
bottom
not ready,
and
so
top,
I'm gonna
so,
top
like,
now.
Because I've heard
and
stories.
I've jumped in like that.
I've heard
you know?
stories where people they was booked for it to be a top and ended up
Mhm.
having to
It
be a bottom
changes.
because the bottom couldn't
It's happened
perform
many
good,
times to me.
or you know, opposite.
Yeah.
You know, they came in clean, ready to go, and it was like, "Oh, you're gonna have to top." What?
Yeah.
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 Well, there's
They was
also,
like-
I don't know if they still do this. I know back, in the big studio days, if you were like prime top, you came in as a top, you're always a top. You can make some real coin if you flip
Yes.
the bottom.
Mr. Ray Diesel, I mean,
And-
that is your brand, is top, dom, daddy, power cock, blah, blah, blah.
So back in the day,
Yeah. Do they still do that? They don't do that anymore? I don't know.
Not as much. I mean, some studios
They're
probably
too busy
do.
paying Davey Wavy.
Like, you know,
Oh,
Who lives in Palm Springs, by the way, and
Does he?
he was on
Oh,
Grindr
wow.
last week when I was there, by the way.
I know he told me off.
I
on
love
Grindr
his
once.
boobs.
I
so
just remember.
back in the day, like if they were straight, they were paying more
Mhm.
Yes.
to be in porn,
Gay
and
for
if they
pay.
bottom, they got paid even more. And so, if you are a top in the industry back then, yes, they probably would offer more money to get you to bottom for it. Like Falcon probably used to
Yep.
do that.
Mhm.
I don't know if they do that anymore, but I know back in the day,
I think there's so much talent to choose from, especially
A
like in
lot.
this last year. I don't think that they have to like coax somebody to do it. It's like, hey, you want to be part of the studio? Then do it.
and I wouldn't even say it's talent. It's just
Well, I mean, we all know that
There's
that's
not
subjective.
all have talent, you know.
We've talked to certain personalities. It's like, oh, isn't he pretty? But Ray, I want to know. You kind of have this
I
brand.
feel that way. That's only you.
How are you in the bedroom in real life? Do people that you date or have sex with, do they just assume that you're going to be Ray Diesel in the bedroom?
It's crazy.
How is that
I
different?
just had a conversation with a guy about that, and he was like, I don't know. I thought they'd be scared. They think I'm gonna be like mean and rough, but I'm like, I don't think I'm like that
Teddy
in
bear.
videos. When I work
No.
studio work, usually my fans, she was like, they like seeing my personality. Because I'm a little silly, even in most of the videos I do
Very.
for Just for Fan. You know,
Yeah.
yeah, he knows. Like,
Verse.
they think I'm gonna be one way, but they're really shocked, but then they get it because I'm from the South, so it's like
You're a
get it.
gentleman.
Yes, I'm
Very
a gentleman.
much
so.
I'm a dirty gentleman. That's what it is. Like I'm all sweet, like I'm like banging them out really hard, and then also I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah.
It's like you have a parasol, and like you're riding
Light
top,
kiss right to the booty, little kiss.
You can tell he gets a kick out of it. Too.
Yeah, like I'm
It's
like I giggle a little bit when they're
yeah,
like, oh.
totally.
Yeah, you thought it was fake. Huh?
And I really think that's kind of the benefit that we've seen with the Just for Fans era, especially during COVID, is we get to see the stars in their natural state. We get to see how they set up, how they want to introduce a scene, how they end a scene, how they are in between switching of positions and all that, because it's it's all there. And it's so fun because you get to see the personality. And I think people are clicking onto the personality as much as they're there to watch the sex.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah,
yes.
it's one step further than I know. Before sites like JustForFans came around, there was a big push on social, like bringing your social media personality into it, so that people have that connection to you on a personal level, which the studios thought would be beneficial. Well, now it's steroided out to you're gonna get hitting cameras in bedrooms type of person. It's everything about the porn stars. Some of them, or the models. Some of them, it's pretty mundane, same things over and over again. But people get real creative in it. Cooking, showers, doing some laundry.
Yeah, I mean, I like that aspect. I've always liked porn with a story. Like, who are they? What's on their pizza that they just ordered? Like,
are
that's
they
what I wanna
really
know.
crazy?
Yes.
Well, I try to keep it as real as possible and natural. Like, I have an editor.
Oh, wow.
And
fancy.
he
See
knows
that,
how to
Cesar?
edit.
Fancy.
Yeah, because I'm lazy doing it on my own.
Oh, I hate tech stuff. Hate it.
Yeah,
So
me too.
he edits and he knows what to keep in the videos because like I like, he knows I like to like fuck, but then like chill for a moment, laugh, have a good time.
Watch some Bravo TV.
I
totally.
want my fans to feel like they're in the room with me. So I even talk into the camera, and joke around.
I love that.
Yeah.
And plus, like when you're watching a scene, it kind of sustains. If it's all sex, you're done in 3 minutes or however long it takes. But like this kind of like sustains you, and you
It
can
takes longer to set up the light.
Oh, girl. Sorry.
Hey, we're Latino. It's like you blow in our direction. It's like, oh, there's another baby.
My film is
You're on a roll tonight with stereotypes.
Oh, please. Hello, I am the stereotype.
Like one of my favorite scenes I did for my Just for Fans is when Olsen Dean stayed with me. He's this British boy. I love him. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, man, you want to film? I was like, okay.
You knew that was coming.
No, I didn't. I thought he was like tired out. So he's like, he goes to get ready. 10, 15 minutes. Come out and we're like filming and like I'm hitting it over. He's laying over my couch and like he's having his butt orgasm. And when he has him, he pisses. And I know it's weird.
I've seen those.
But, like,
I've seen that. That's
happened.
hot. I
Yeah.
think that's
Because
hot
your
as
muscles
hell.
relax. It's like
Yeah.
when a woman
When I
gives
see that on
birth.
film, that
Because
is-
he's pushing me out because it's so intense and like he pissed a little
I'm
bit
into
and
it.
like I'm all like in the corner like, oh my god, he's pissing on my couch. Look,
On your
he's
couch.
like-
It's on your
he's
couch, though. I'm on my couch.
You just lost that Levitt's warranty. Like, we saw.
But it was funny. It was fun, and like a lot of people left comments about that. They was
You know,
like,
that
because
could-
like I didn't want to edit it out.
I can't,
We cannot
can't.
relate to that. That is a Ray Diesel story. You know, that's a fisting story.
No,
Usually in fisting or like big
I'll call
toys,
the cops.
people
I'll be
are
like,
pissed.
this just
But with
happened.
Ray
Yeah.
Diesel, it's just his dick.
Yes.
Makes you pissed.
Usually
I think that's
have
hot.
a blanket or something down, a
'Cause
towel.
you can't
but
fake that.
I wasn't
That's
expecting.
real.
Oh my god, I would freak out.
No, it was
Get it.
fine. The couch was covered, but it's fine. I mean, it was
It better be
wasn't a
covered by
lot,
Scotch Guard.
but it was fun. It was funny, and I left it in there because we was
I
laughing
love
about
that.
it, and like, you know,
I don't like any surprise in the bed. Like, no. Like, even if you have a little gas, like, no. We're gonna have to try this
do you
tomorrow.
even know what this podcast's about? Are
I'm
you
like,
just realizing it?
Hey, we're all different in the bedroom, and this
But
is what we
it's real.
celebrate.
You're like,
Wait,
this
wait.
is disgusting.
but it's real sex, and this is
Yeah.
like I like the funniness of sex. Sex is funny, you know. Like,
Girl, have you seen me without my shirt? That's pretty funny.
like I have a
Aw.
video now that I have to edit, and
You don't agree.
my editor's like, should I edit a lot of this out because guy had a lot of air, so it was like.
Oh,
That's like
I'm like,
America's
but you
Funniest
know
Home
what?
Videos, though.
Somebody's gonna like it.
Yes, keep it.
Somebody's gonna like it. I mean, I don't want to overkill, but somebody's
No, and I
gonna
knew
like.
I knew models that that have been in the industry a long time, and they understand that there are these kinks and fetishes. But even if you're not into a fetish, say you're not into feet, but if you just grab a foot halfway through and just do a little something with a
Yeah.
smell, a lick, you're gonna
People
get
are gonna
more
comment.
clicks.
Yes.
and
More
all that.
people. If
And
you
then
just show a pit, more you just little subtle random
And then you
things
start
in there.
getting, like,
a boy
messages.
farting all over the
YouTube.
place. That's
I
hot.
know. Start
Yeah.
beatboxing with
Videos,
your ass.
yeah, like having your worked up.
Yeah, it can open you up to a whole different niche market. And plus, we had an episode about fetishes, and it's like you could be
Beatbox.
watching something and you don't know that you have a fetish for that, or like that
It's a
attracts you
thing.
until you actually see it. So I want to talk about early sex. We talked. You got into business at a
Let's talk
very,
about childhood sex. Caesar, you?
Here's the
Right
thing.
to it.
Caesar, you got into business very,
What's
very
next on
early.
this?
You kind of went from high school to filming porn, and your boyfriend
Yeah.
kind of brought you into business.
Uh-huh.
What are the plus and minuses of getting into the business at such an early age?
How old? I'm sorry. You're
18.
18, right?
So
Is that a
instead
Brett
of-
Corrigan 18, or is that like an actual
No.
18?
No, it's a real 18. Instead of
Who
walking
you can
down
find
the
on
aisle,
JustFor.Fans
to
/
get my diploma and everything, I got booked for my first scene in Chicago. So I went to the principal's office and I'm like, "Can I have my diploma? I have a booking in Chicago. I'm outie." And I went and filmed my first couple scenes.
Wow, so you weren't shy at all. You were
No,
all for
I
it.
wanted to do this since I was 7 years old.
He discovered. Wait, the story is he discovered porn under his parents' bed at 7, and that kind of like started your whole sexual revolution.
Yeah.
Your parents filmed porn under their bed?
No.
Exactly. It was a Devil and Mrs. Jones
Was
2,
easy.
and at the end they
Oh my
had
God.
The sequel.
Yes.
What was it
Yes.
the
Devil
Devil
and
and
Mrs.
Mrs.
Jones.
Jones 2. And
That was one of my
and then at the
favorites.
end they
Iconic.
I saw
had
that.
interviews
I
with
don't-
all
never
the
heard of that.
stars, and I'm
Sorry.
like, oh my God, this is what I'm gonna fucking do. And like I said it in like career day in school. My parents got in trouble.
What? That's
I love
awesome. I
that,
love
though.
that.
Yeah,
Oh
it
my-
was my mission.
I was
My-
just into
so much in
Legos.
common. I didn't know that. I mean, that's insane. I started
Wow.
young watching porn. Like I was fascinated with it, and I wanted to know who they are. I wanted to know their names.
Like the back, like
yeah, like, and I would
Yeah.
follow their work straight and gay. Like I was just like, and I remember when I was, I want to say 12 or 13. I don't know what I did. I signed up to something, and like every 2 weeks, you know those combo 4-hour, 5-hour videos.
yes.
It was a lot
And you
of
pay
was-
like $5.99
Yeah.
in like a discount bin.
A lot
Yeah.
of them was
I
like
know.
Vivid Men combination
Yeah.
of his videos or whatever, but it would be all different types of videos, and some was bi, some was like trans and like interracial and all this other stuff, and they kept sending it, and like I had a closet full of porn, and my mom found it,
Oh.
and that poor woman, I know she was so confused because it was like straight porn, gay porn, trans
Oh,
porn,
my God.
and she
What's
was
with the donkey?
and
Nugget porn.
and I was like, Mama, I like
Nugget
nugget
porn?
porn.
You know what that is? Oh God.
Like it was just interesting, and like we tried to stop them from sending it, but they kept sending it. So
So when my mom
Wow.
found porn under my bed, it's because she replaced my bed for like high school and whatever. And there was one
The other
disc
one
under.
had the pee stains. Just get rid of the pee stains.
Sorry, no, I wasn't with Ray Diesel, but I still remember the title of the DVD. It was called Big Clits, Big Tits was the name of the DVD.
Oh,
So when I came home, she beat me because I came from a very conservative, Mexican home. And so that turned me off from porn and sex. I didn't get into sex
She
until
felt
college.
attacked with the big clit, didn't
I literally.
she? Mom's like, I'm
Hello.
attacked. You stuck it off the
I
big
did come
clits.
from her, so you know. It's like, blah, 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 blah. But are there any negatives? Do you think of getting into the industry? So do you think it kind of tarnished your view on romance and dating?
I don't think so. I mean, I did it for like a couple years, and then I took a like 10-year hiatus because I got into a relationship and he wasn't into it, and so I tried to.
For love.
Yeah, he was my
that's
best
so
friend since I was
sweet.
7 years old. We were
When you
together
first started
for 10
thinking
years.
about porn.
They watched Devil
Oh.
Mrs. Jones together.
Yeah,
It was like Netflix
no,
and chill at
we
that time.
totally watched it together. No, for sure, 1,000%.
I think
But,
that's
My
cute.
first was Schoolboy Crush, the Brent Corrigan illegal one.
Yeah.
Schoolboy Crush.
Remember
was
when
my
he
first
did the
one.
crossover with Brent Everett? They
Yeah,
were both
that's
very
the one
young?
I saw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
My
wasn't
first
into
gay
it.
one was out.
just
in
it was like
Athens,
a giveaway.
though. Do you
Out in
remember?
I remember
Out in
in
Athens. That was
It
my
like,
first
What's
gay
it
they're
called?
in a
one.
lo-
Out at
It
Athens?
took me like 3 days to download it on AOL dial-up. It was like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh
God, I
fuck,
remember
I'm
those
gonna jerk
days.
off so good. So this in
Yeah.
3 days. It was
Oh, and
like,
yeah,
epic.
3 seconds into it, you're
Didn't
done.
it take you like 2 weeks to get through it? Because I would like boom, boom, but I was like, oh, well, I guess that was
It was the first
Well,
time
it's
I
porn
saw
It was a
like.
good one.
It was the first time I saw a gay DP. I'm like, oh my god, you can do that.
That horrified me. I was like,
Totally doing
where did
that.
it go?
I know
Okay,
about it. Okay.
we're gonna play a little game. Tony, take it away. Oh my lord! This is the Naked
Yes.
Truth Strip Sex Trivia, where our
Oh.
contestants will compete to the flesh.
Fuck yeah.
How much do they know about sex?
give it to me.
Find out how much they know about
Oh,
sex, or
Ray
watch
Diesel.
them.
Sorry.
We have a fancy sound cue.
Yeah, that we're paying for. This is illegal. You should be stealing this.
No, Alex Trebek is
Alex
dead.
Tre-
He's,
oh.
he's not going to sue us. Okay. Thank you, Tony, for that great intro.
Horrible.
That was.
Horrible. He's knocked Jewish people, Pete Buttigieg, fat people,
I'm
his mom's
celebrating.
clit, and now he's
I'm
talking about Alex Trebek.
celebrating
I'm
everybody.
leaving. I quit.
I'm celebrating. You know, Alex Trebek lived with his mom until like the recent years.
That's scary and sad.
That's
He's
Continue.
richer than we'll ever be. Okay, we're gonna play a little sex trivia. If you get the question wrong, you have to remove an article of clothing. Whatever article that is, that's up to you. All right, and you both have to answer the question. Okay, question number 1: what percentage of men are growers rather than showers? Is it A 42%, B 79%, or C 91%?
Couldn't they round that up or down?
No, because it's very
I would
scientific.
say 79%.
Okay,
I would say 79% too.
no, you both are correct. It's 79.
Yeah.
Meh, meh.
Yeah.
Okay. True or false? Men can ejaculate into their body as well as out of their body. True or false?
True.
Yes, I have a friend who Jake. I think he was here
Yeah.
last week. Yeah, he does that. I think.
He was here last week. I wasn't here last week. Oh.
Jake.
Jake?
Jake?
State
Jake
Farm?
from State.
Nicola,
Damn it. That was good.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Jake.
are you? Do you mean like an ass
I want
orgasm
to
or
meet
like?
Jake
No,
now,
like
but-
the ejaculate actually goes into the body.
Yeah, that's
No, I've
yeah,
heard
that
about-
can
Okay.
yeah.
That is true. Sometimes a
And then
man
he
can
can suck it out
ejaculate
through the butt.
inward with his semen moving to his bladder rather than out of his body,
Yes.
known as retrograde ejaculation.
Yes, I
Yes.
know a couple people who do that.
Okay.
I know
Next
one.
question.
How do they know they're doing it? Okay.
Because
continue.
they feel it,
Yeah.
and
I
they
wonder
actually
how
feel
that
the
feels.
sensation of it, but it's
Oh,
in their
wow.
bladder, so I guess
Do they
they release
Do you have to
it
pee
later.
right after?
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
I would think.
Okay, drink your
So,
pee.
okay, men think about sex an average of how many times a day? A, 10 times, B, 21 times, C, 34 times, or D, 49 times.
Oh, that's
What was the biggest number?
So it's 10,
I'm gonna go
21,
with that one.
34, and 49.
I'm gonna go 49. 69.
I'm gonna go with the first one.
10?
Yeah.
You both are wrong. It is 34 times
So remove
a
some
day.
clothing.
Remove the clothing.
Oh, yeah.
Bam,
Fuck,
chicka,
show me
bam,
that.
bam.
What you got? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
a jacket.
I'm showing. elbow.
Oh, look at forearm.
I guess I have to take the shirt
Oh,
off.
Yes!
shirt's coming off.
There we go, Ray
yeah.
Diesel. And we know people just love your body.
Mm.
Body, yaddy, yaddy, yaddy. Body, yaddy. Ooh, we got some Ray Diesel
Hey.
nipplage up in here. Okay.
It's those titties.
Cold in here.
That's it. Okay. 1 teaspoon of semen contains how many calories? 5 calories, 7 calories, or 10 calories?
Don't ruin it for me.
I'll say 5.
7.
The answer is 5 calories.
Ooh,
Ray
Ray's
Diesel.
getting naked.
What's coming off next, Mr. Ray Diesel?
We got shoes. We got glasses. We got
Don
Shoes.
Cox. Don Cox taking off his shoes.
Yes.
Dawn clocks, shoes, coffee, talk it.
Okay. Now you know you're gonna have to put your
Fake.
foot up somehow so that your feet fetishize.
yes.
Okay. Next question.
Shrimps.
The oxytocin created during a man's orgasm can increase his pain threshold by as much as how many percent? 15%, 35%, 42%, or 50%?
Wait, say that all again.
That's
So-
a lot of science there.
The chemicals released during an orgasm can increase your pain threshold, meaning your body won't be affected by pain.
So you could donkey punch them
by
as
a
they're
certain-
coming.
That's
There you
exactly
go.
it.
Like,
By how many percent? 15%, 35%, 42%, or 50%?
Let's say 50.
he's like, I don't know. The poppers just knock him out.
40. I was gonna say, yeah, poppers involved.
They're already
42%.
passed out by then.
40-something percent. You are incorrect. You are correct. It is 50%.
Uh-oh.
Meaning that your body, like if you're into BDSM, I mean, like save it for when you're. Come on, birthday boy. Let's see a birthday suit.
You know, there was.
Oh. So
Not
how do you
one
keep
hair
your?
on her
What
body.
I notice, because I'm such that gay, I'm like the Ross Matthews of porn. Like when I look at scenes, I'm like, look at that skin is
Your
so
voice
supple
is
and smooth.
higher than his, though.
Fuck you.
So.
How do you keep your skin so nice and like smooth and like tenderized?
I take
moisturize.
baths
Arnie Hammer,
in
are you
lotion.
watching? Arnie Hammer.
I just
How do you marinate
lather
yourself?
myself with cocoa butter after I
A little
shower.
olive oil, garlic.
Cocoa butter?
Cocoa
Really? It's
butter.
as
Butter.
easy as that. You know, so many people do
Cocoa
like
butter's
10
great.
different step routines and they don't look any better than just like,
I'm
like
Puerto
Jergens
Rican,
lotion.
so it's like it's
Yeah.
genetic.
Just talk
I
about
would
me.
say.
all right. Okay.
Oh.
Look how much liquid is on our table.
Next, well, and how much ejaculate is inside us? We don't know.
How many calories does Anthony have in his?
It's still early.
Okay, there are an estimated how many millions acts of sexual intercourse had in the U.S. each day? Average. 25 million, 38 million, 62 million, or 100 million?
Let's see, we got you.
I don't understand these questions.
Oh.
Why?
So like
Why?
average, this
Where
is
did
gay
you
and
find
straight.
these?
I have found these from like medical research and sexual
Imagine
research.
the phone call, the random phone. You've been randomly selected. How many times do you think of sex? And
No,
Who's
that's
being
literally
told?
it's,
I
it's,
don't
it's part
remember
of-
getting like asked like how many times I had.
So
sex.
this is
I
gay
just
and
have
straight
these
households.
numbers.
So this, how many times they have
how much sex
No, no,
occurs every day
Day
in America?
Yeah.
in
on average?
America?
Yeah. 25 million, 38 million, 62 million,
And there's
or
about
100 million.
360 million people in this
I'm
country.
gonna say
There's
32
362.
million. There's like 500.
362
There's
million.
362 million.
Yeah.
Okay, so yours is 38 million.
I'll say C.
You both are incorrect. It is 100 million. That means 1/3 of people are having sex. 1 out of 3 people are having sexual intercourse in a day. Come on, gentlemen.
Get naked.
I don't wear underwear, so how many more questions do you have?
You always go
Thank God
commando.
I decided
I
not
go
to free.
commando. I only
free
wear
ball.
underwear. when I'm wearing
He's like,
underwear.
it's like, Anthony, why didn't you tell me I was
Oh,
gonna get?
oh my God! I just cut
Oh
my
my
eye
God.
out. Oh Lord! Michael Kors.
I just peed.
so his
I peed all over.
his brand is Michael Kors. Well, today it's like Michael Kors.
I was not
That's
expecting to get naked today, so I just wore the basics.
And look, basics look good on you.
Yeah, I can't do Hanes, but these I can do.
Okay, now that we're down to that, we're gonna ask one more question then.
Oh my God, this will be the first time if you
Yeah,
get naked.
yeah, yeah.
The first time.
Okay, true or false? Farce.
Farce.
True or false? The larger a man's testicles, the more likely he is to cheat on his partner. True or false?
No,
Oh,
false.
I would say true.
Oh my
Are we
God,
talking
Ray
about
Diesel.
size or pendulum?
Like just size.
Okay.
Mr. Ray Dizzle,
Yes.
you are incorrect. It is true because
What?
it's associated with greater sperm production and higher levels of testosterone,
You're a cheater.
as well as higher levels of aggression.
I have never.
You are a
They're
cheater.
gonna want to show them to everybody.
This
Science.
is literally from the Institute of Sexual Health. Ray,
I need to get naked.
well, if you do, we can't have the camera on
Yeah,
you.
but I
We
can't get I was gonna say,
Okay,
should we-
I
should we
take
end it?
socks off.
Oh,
And-
what about your? Oh, yes.
yeah, I take my socks.
But
yeah,
if-
we want to see his shrimps.
But if you wanted to, get
I love
naked-
shrimps.
I was gonna have him flash us without the camera on him so we can prove that he
Oh.
did. But
See,
Alexander's
look,
always
hey,
trying to get
fine.
some
You
free
don't know me
dick in
very
his
well.
face.
I will do it. I have no problems with doing it.
Tony, can we have the camera on this side? You have left, Mr. Ray Dizzle. I
You
just
do it to him. I'm gonna go over here. I've seen it.
this is the first time he's ever like shied away from the male.
I don't mind it, but if you want some free dick in your face, get it, girl.
Oh, honey, I
I'm not
can
gonna
get it,
stop
please.
you.
Oh yeah,
sweetie.
you have seen my penis so many times.
I've booked you for
Hello,
sex
it's called
shows.
Pornhub. Okay. Anyway, that was our sex trivia.
That's it.
You did pretty
That was
well.
a good one.
That was a good one. Okay, I want to talk about you both have experience as a go-go dancer. Are patrons more aggressive with you because they know that you're from the adult world, that they feel like they can sexualize you, like I just did? And if you were to write a book on, like a rule book on how people should tip a go-go dancer, what rules would be included?
Well, for me, I started before I did porn, and people was very aggressive. But it's not everyone. It's always the
Old one.
It's
no,
always the
it's
drunk-
not the
it's
old
the
ones.
women.
Oh, it's
Usually,
not?
no,
No.
it'd be the
It's
young,
the younger ones.
Wow.
They're,
Really?
they're soggy dollar, and they want to like pinch your dick with their two.
Yeah, they
fingers
had
before
they just had a
even-
raspberry kamikaze.
No, like
Yeah.
when I
Feeling
would
good.
dance at the Abbey, like it would be these young guys that would just they thought they had the power because they had a dollar bill,
That
and
is
I'm
so
like,
surprising to me.
and they would be
Yeah.
like smacking
Especially
my
at the Abbey, I
ass.
And
would
the
think
ones
the
that
women.
get the dollar
pulling-
bill like can get pulled back out and then put back
Is
in.
this
That
when?
is
Wait,
so
so this is when the
rude.
Abbey had gay men going to it.
Yep.
Yeah, I was gonna say. there's two
Interesting.
women.
Interesting.
Yes, and I always remember this one guy that came in and he was so rude and like it was some white guy and he was drunk and like I kept saying no, don't do that.
Oh God.
And so he opened his wallet
Yeah.
and pulled out a dollar bill. It was like, you're not
Now
getting it.
what?
And I'm
Oh
like,
Oh
my
my God. That's so awful.
and what was
Damn, I can't take the bus.
yeah, and I
home.
was like, okay. But what was funny is like people saw him do that, so people started tipping me 20. So I was like, and
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Keep like it's
That
not
is
that
rude.
serious.
Every time I go to
incredible.
a strip club and I'm not go-go dancing, I like make it a point. I'm like, this is how it's fucking done, and I make like a
Oh,
little Josephine Baker skirt out of dollar bills, like with the.
I love that reference, by the way. That's like a classic
Yeah.
reference. That's a good reference.
like the way to
Yeah.
do it is just go up to the dancer that you want to tip and like you kind of like you're like, is it okay? Because
Oh.
if you're being very nice and kind and not
They'll
being
let you
rude,
do a little
they'll
bit more.
I used to grab that hand
And it
and
depends-
kinda,
I always
like,
wait for them
rub.
to guide the hand where
Yeah,
they
that's
want.
what- I'm
Also
sure you
depends
do.
where you are, because if you're at Club Ecstasies in Tijuana, then it's a whole different. Like,
What's the
ballgame.
address? Live from Ecstasies.
But yeah, like I think that's the only rule is just show respect. I mean,
So you
like,
don't. You think it's wrong to crumple up a single dollar bill and try to put it in some stranger's asshole? Because
Yeah,
On a
I
Wednesday,
think
Have I been doing this
it's
wrong?
over.
I think it's so. It's again like
I bring my debit card. I'm like, how do I do this?
Oh, that's
Venmo?
never
You
funny
should-
either. Do not bring your fucking credit card and try to swipe
No,
my
but
ass.
Go-Go Boys should have their
That's so
little.
cute.
their
I'm gonna
little
put a
Venmo
card reader
scan.
in
The
my
little
ass.
Venmo scan should
Okay.
be on them, right? They should put a sticker
think so.
with the Venmo now, right?
I
And
think
you
what
just
they
go
should do is
click.
when you go to the bar, you swipe your card and you can say, okay, either press a button on the
No.
stage to tip or whatever,
Oh,
so it
no.
happens automatically.
managers
so,
will steal all that.
Well, especially now
Yeah.
during COVID, I've been to some drag shows and they'll put the envelope at the table, and at the end of the show,
Okay.
you're supposed to put the tip. Well, we know our cheap friends. If a drag queen's in your face,
Oh,
you're
you're
gonna be
getting
like,
my-
"Here's my dollar."
Yeah, leave me
if you
alone.
leave it up to the gay guys at the end of the
It'll go
brunch, they'll
back
be like,
up.
"How much was brunch? Okay, here's the dollar for the whole show."
Yeah.
So is tip with tax? How
yeah,
do we
exactly.
yeah, but to me, I think that's the best way to do it. It's like just be respectful, just period.
Yeah.
You get. I generally don't care if people touch me. I mean, I just don't care.
So
but
is it rude, is it rude to
We
say
love
because
you.
I have a certain attraction towards the rear end, like the front? Yeah, if it's big, it's impressive, whatever. But I'm really so if I see a dancer, I'm tipping them based on the rear end. Is it weird to say, don't put my hand like down the front because I want to like?
but
She is
again,
so
the guy
picky.
will turn around if you be like, can I
Yeah.
put
So
it in the
that's
bag?
okay?
And they'll turn around. They're like,
what
yeah.
you do is
And
you
then-
circle the dollar bill like this, and that means turn
Okay.
around.
or just be
Alright.
like,
Yeah.
you
Turn
know,
around.
Most of them don't want you feeling their coke dick and a little ass fucking falling off.
yeah.
Rent cock
But I
ring.
cannot stand when guys or females start smacking your ass.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Oh, I
And
would
then,
never. but I look to
especially
them.
when they're not tipping, that
Oh.
just pisses me off even more.
What
like,
if they make it rain
The
for like
bachelorette
$10
parties are the
bills?
worst. They
That's
always
annoys
feel
me,
like
too.
entitled. Like bachelorette
I would love
parties
that.
suck at
Really?
like
I don't know.
go-go moments.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're gonna do
This is good.
one more kind of general topic for the both of you. I want to talk about bisexual porn. Cesar, I know that you've done it. Ray, I could only find one kind of quasi-bisexual video where she was kind of just watching you. You didn't really have interaction with her.
oh yeah, Black Some Boys.
It was like way back when.
Those were fun though.
Oh, so I want to talk about this.
I think I remember that. They used to film out here, no?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
And there was like one guy and he was named something. He had this like really aggressive name. It's like this big.
Deep dick.
Maybe
Probably.
that was it, but it was these poor
Can we
boys.
get a
what they
checkmate
had-
out to Deep
these
Deck?
boys,
I'd like
what
to
they had
catch
go
this,
through.
please. So when filming bisexual, I'm assuming that you don't lead a bisexual life in real life, but I want to know when you have to film a scene like that, or when you have to film with somebody that you just are not into, it's just not happening. How do you get yourself worked up for it? How do you finish the scene?
I mean, I'm always kind of into it.
Well, we're Latino, like literally.
I'm a horny bastard.
Yeah.
Like,
it could be a mailbox. It's like,
I'm always into
No,
it
my
because I'm
personal-
getting paid for it.
in my personal life, I'm
does that
money
make your
definitely-
dick hard?
The money turns
Drugs
me
and dick
on.
pills.
So when
In
I'm
my
getting paid
personal
good-
life,
Thank you.
definitely not leading a bisexual life. I could never be with a woman. But
Oh,
on
geez.
set, I think it's hot. Like, my search words are like gangbang porn. I love a double penetration. I think it's hot, like the straightest.
Once you get in
sort
there,
of
though,
rubbing
is there
it.
much to do? Like, I've always noticed, it's kind of like you just check it off the nightly box of, oh, look, 2 dicks in a hole. But once you're in there,
It's
Oh,
so
it's so
hot.
easy.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's
it's
so
the
hot.
hottest
The
thing.
friction
The
of it all.
sensation.
I don't know.
It
Yeah,
is
no.
so hot.
It's-
Oh, I can tell you,
It's
there's
it's
always,
definitely
the
my
guy
favorite.
who's
The
smaller
best-
than me just falling
the
out and
best-
falling out.
the
You know what I'm saying?
the best double.
Well,
the best
you
double
must be the-
penetration
you
I've
see the
ever
smaller
done
one? Bitch.
to this day, and I've done many, was with Cutler.
Oh
And
my
that
God.
was-
Who was the
that
bottom for
was-
Probably
that?
Armand.
That was amazing.
whatever.
Even Cutler
Is she
even
dead?
says the same
Wow.
thing. Like
I
that
know.
was one of the
She couldn't walk
best.
for 2 months, but
Wow.
Yeah, but I don't have a problem with anything. Like I'm a pleaser in many ways. So
Aw.
like when I know, even if I'm not really into it, just showing that they're enjoying it,
Yeah.
it makes me feel good. So I don't have
Oh.
a problem with that.
I'm always into it. I mean, you really shouldn't be doing this if you're like grinning and bearing it through a whole fucking scene.
Right.
Like, go home.
It
like,
weeds out
into
the
the
pros
microphone,
real-
sweetie.
Go home. You
There
know what
we
I
go.
mean? Like, if you're
That's
not
his
into
voice.
it, then like,
But I
Fucking
will
get a
say
job
that
at Macy's
those
or
videos I
something.
did
Yeah.
where the woman was the wife and she's having us come in to fuck her husband, whatever. Those was a lot of fun. I had more fun with the female on set because she talked so much shit, and it was like she did the most dirtiest talking, and I was like, we was be laughing trying to fuck this boy and laughing because of the shit she said. I'm
It's
like,
high
I was
fiving
like,
each
I can't
other.
believe this coming out of your mouth.
So one of my friends is Sylvia Sage, and she is called very often to be on set as like the character, the comedy, whatever. But now I can't watch it when because she's my friend, and it's just so weird. It's always distracting when a woman's in the scene. If it's not sexually,
Right in front
if
of my
she's not
salad.
Sexually, I mean, that took off like crazy. Become like a mainstream meme.
Yeah, I know. I saw someone wearing it on their shirt at
I don't really
Valentine's
get
Day
the- I don't
brunch.
really get
Actually,
the allure
it was
of that.
Valentine's Day brunch, and he wore it. My boyfriend's like, I love that shirt.
Oh, poor Sammy. How many salads has been ruined for him? Okay, one last thing. What is your take on being called ethnic-related names in the bedroom during sex? We know BBC is a term that's often used with you. Poppy, uncut pinga, like all of that kind of
Chorizo.
stuff. Yeah. Can it be racist or is it hot?
I am not like PC at all. Like, say whatever gets you off. Like, go for it. I mean, don't go too crazy.
But we should be
with it.
aware, though.
As far as like my personal culturalness.
But
you know
is
what I mean?
Poppy bad?
Poppy
Would that be
isn't bad.
I
I
hate
think
being
it's
called
bad.
Poppy because it's like,
No.
I'm Latino, but I'm not like Latino.
The reason why I say
Yeah,
that is because
100%.
Yeah.
it gets kind of tricky because I know Latinos say that to each other all the time in the bedroom. So it's
Yeah.
like, but if another race is saying that, but the person is used to hearing it, I think it all depends on the individual.
On the person.
There are certain things you can say to me, and there's certain things you can't say to me. On my side hustle or what I do, I sometimes get caught. Oh, I want to do some race play. I was like, what do you consider?
What does
race
that
play?
mean?
I was like, we're not going back into the slavery days. Like they were like, oh,
Right.
like
My
you,
God.
like I was the owner and you're
Oh,
taking
no,
out for me
no,
for
no.
what I did.
I
was
mean,
like,
that's a whole
no,
other bag of crazy.
No,
Yeah, that's a bit much.
and
Yeah.
Jesus.
the whole, and I don't know. I don't really get upset about the BBC.
I call it Big Beautiful Cock. I changed it.
I think,
Oh,
yeah.
there you
I
go.
mean, but
But some of the titles that are used for your guys' videos, like on Gay MailTube or Pornhub, the titles sometimes are like, really? It's
Latin
like
uncut.
Oh
Yeah,
my
like
gosh, some of them are-
interracial
some of them are
passion
very
or something.
yawn.
Yeah.
And if you want to really go there, like the whole Latino uncut, I'm actually Hispanic because I'm Puerto Rican. So like, there's not even a Hispanic category. So like, I don't.
And
even
I don't
know
even
a
know the
few.
difference. I don't know the difference between Latino, Hispanic,
Yeah.
Latinx. It's like,
Yeah. And
I don't
who
know.
gives a shit at the end
like I
of the day,
said, I
right?
think it
don't
all
know.
falls down on the individual and how, because some people like it, some people don't. Some people, I know, I've heard, I've never been there when it happened, but there is some black guys who like to hear the N word. You know,
Really?
I have been in that situation.
From the other race,
been-
and
Yeah,
it
I've
makes
been in that situation.
that person don't know. They be like, well, he's asking me to say this,
Yeah.
and I don't know if I should say it.
Yeah.
It's not the ER word part. It's the once,
No, I
but
was in a
usually-
situation where they
That's
made
just
me say that,
weird.
and I was
Nah.
like, I looked at him like, "Are you sure right now? Like, this is really uncomfortable, you
Yeah.
know?" And no, it was
That's
pretty,
just
and I'm
like
like,
the
this is,
Django
seems just
playing in the
very like you
background.
got some stuff you got.
But it's
You got
like
some stuff
funny
you gotta
because
deal with,
we're always
and-
blamed for it. People in the industry, well, it's always blamed for whatever's happening in the real
Oh,
world with
gotcha.
sex, and I'm like,
Mhm.
we need to stop with that. Like, don't blame me for what someone else is saying. They've been saying this before they met me or saw me on scene. Stop
Yeah.
blaming studios for it too, because studios, I don't see studios. They don't tell us to say these kind of things in scenes. Maybe back in the day, I get it, but like not now. So stop trying to blame the studios for
Yeah.
it.
I just think
a bit
that we
much.
should be like a little bit more aware because we're trying to make niche porn, such as instead of having a category for best black studio, have like category for best studio and have it be very inclusive. If we're reinforcing these kind of language and titles, then we're still not working towards and making major mainstream studio films more inclusive. If these
But
descriptives are being
but
used.
at the end of the
they
day,
need to. I mean, if they want it that way, they need to cast that way.
yeah,
and it's just not casted that
and
way.
at the
Like
end
I'm
of the-
Latino, and I'm always booked as a Latino. I'm like, it's always like,
I see it slowly,
and I'm okay
changing.
with that. You know what I mean? But like, if the studios want to like pull off this whole like greater than thou, we're not subcategorying people anymore. Then
I think it's all
let's
talk,
reflect
by
it
the
in your
way. Just like
casting.
Hollywood wants to be inclusive, it's a hot topic, and they're like, "Yes, let's be inclusive," but are they really? It's like wink, wink. I think that's what
if
studios
they
are doing.
didn't have the like, I kind of look at it. It's a mixed bag. You know, we've preached this subject multiple times on this, but it's if you did not have that category, you know, best black performance,
Yeah.
are they going to have a fair shot in winning the actual awards?
Yeah.
You
And
know what I'm
also,
saying?
like,
if you don't
you
have
can't
something
really have
for
a
them,
Puerto Rican
then
guy on
unfortunately
Mormon
they're-
Boys.
they're
You
not
know what I
looked at.
mean? Like, or
but
like,
I was
I'm
asked
not
to film
like,
for them. I was shocked.
What was that?
Mormon Boys. They hit
I
me up one
mean,
time, want me to shoot for them. I was like,
why not?
what?
Why not?
in certain sites they were like, you know, we tried Latinos, it didn't really go over well, so we're not casting for that on this site.
Oh, that's weird.
That
know
is
what I
just
mean?
so the whole industry is
Can
just
you
so.
name the model that ruined it for everybody? No, I'm just kidding.
No,
Don't.
but again, you break it down because they always, again, they go out the mainstream, and I've had conversations about this multiple times too. They go out the mainstream for not having enough this and having enough that. I was like, but if you're going to call out that, then you need to call out the Latino websites that only use Latinos. You need to call out the black
The-
websites that only
Asian
but-
websites,
And I'll be
too.
like, and I guarantee if you start popping in some white boys in that all black website, y'all gonna be pissed because you'll be like, oh, they done sold out. They
Yeah,
done
I
put
mean,
like
Yeah.
you can't have it. You can't
Yeah.
have it one way.
have to have
you
it
have to
both
have
ways.
it all ways.
Yeah.
I think that's what I really love about Just for Fans. It's like there's not these like descriptives that are being used. It's like we're seeing a lot of inclusivity without like we're being inclusive. This is just what the
Yeah,
sex
just
that
what's
people are having
happening.
in real life.
Mhm.
Oh, but I still get attacked for it. But
I do see that. I see that. I see that a lot on social media. Is people
God.
getting attacked for
Well,
sleeping
you can
with
be
this,
attacked
People
for
look for the
everything.
smallest
I'm just going,
thing.
Yeah.
I was
Lord,
told
people.
once
Damn.
I really want to support you, but you need to be more diverse. And I was like, diverse?
What?
I was like, what do you mean diverse? I was like, have you not seen all the people I filmed with?
Yeah.
What
But
he
they're all
wanted to
bottoms.
Say, what he meant to, what he really wanted to say, what he should have said it. You should have more blacks. And I'm like, I do have blacks, but I also have Latin. I have white. I have
Old,
Asians,
young.
I have old, young.
Yeah. I have
Berry.
trans,
I got
Yeah,
Berry
yeah.
twinks. I have trans men. I'm like, how diverse do you want me to be?
Right.
And I got a lot of shit for that, doing the trans stuff. People were like, that shit's not gay. I'm like, this is probably like the gayest thing I've ever done, like, so far.
Well, I think on our next episode, we're actually going to talk about that. We have talked about it as well. I mean, that's a whole discussion. It's like, it's all these keyboard warriors that are angry. They're still
You
watching your
can't-
scene.
you
They're still
can't
coming to your
please
scene.
everybody.
And then they're like, oh, yeah, as they're wiping it off, or
Again, I
peeing their
blame-
sofa. They're
I
gonna
blame
say-
one
Yelp
of
for
my
this.
buy scenes came out the other day, and the preview came up, and somebody put like all barf emojis on it. And so I'm like, who's this guy? And I clicked on it, and his description was, I'm the old troll that lives on the internet. And, da, da, da. And I'm like,
My
well, you got
favorite-
that.
Oh,
my
he
It's
owned
Mitch
it.
McConnell. Let's just be honest. It's Mitch McConnell.
My favorite is when they be like,
Mitch.
you don't do enough
Miss Mitch.
blacks.
Miss
And
Mitch.
then I
Just
do
for
a
fans,
scene with a black
/
guy.
Miss Mitch.
Okay, so we have some questions from Just for Fans audience. Adam from Instagram wants to know, no matter how horny I am, whenever I start having sex, I lose interest 10 minutes in and go limp. What can I do?
What? Huh?
Oh my god.
Wait.
Are you with the same partner all the time, or? I mean,
Wait, what's this?
That's like it's
It's like, so you get all horned up for this, but like 10 minutes in, you're like, okay, I'm kind of over it. I mean, I've been in that situation too, where I feel like
that. I mean,
maybe
that can
lay
happen,
off the
but
poppers.
Lay
or,
off the
like,
poppers.
bring them
I was
on
gonna
more.
say that.
it could
Like
be,
if
it
you're
could
going
be,
limp, you're probably doing too many poppers, and you're like hyping up
Or,
the
you
situation.
know,
But
it's
I
it's
think
also
the
in
issue
your
is that
head.
he's
yeah,
just like
it's all
not
mental.
into it.
like-
It's like 10 minutes is like he's into it,
or
and then
maybe
he's over
he's
it.
And, like-
sexually shy.
and if he
met
knows it's
guys
10
like
minutes,
that.
stop
Like,
looking at the
They
damn
want to
clock.
do it, but they still insecure about the whole gay
Oh, so
thing.
it's about
Like about it could be a mental thing.
They
It's
haven't-
like,
Over
they just,
analyzing
like, yeah.
everything.
Haven't found their kink yet.
So it's not about your physical; it's about your mental.
It's definitely
Yeah.
Yeah,
mental.
and like take off your watch, maybe stop clock watching. Like,
Well, it's
how do you
also,
know
I mean, it's the same
Yeah, how do
thing
you
in
know it's
studios.
interesting?
In studios, it's the same thing. As soon as someone goes mental, like a top goes mental or something,
Oh,
it's over.
when they're like, okay,
It's over.
now you can
It doesn't
come,
matter
they're
how
like,
many dick
oh
pills
my
they're
God,
taking or what's happening.
I hate that, like
Done.
rushed.
You
It's like,
can
it's
tell,
like,
you can see that.
yeah,
on the
it's
scene,
like not hot. Okay, next question. This is from Twitter. I can't stand my boyfriend's family and never want to go to their house for anything. I've run out of excuses. What can I do?
Just say I don't want to go,
But it's your boyfriend's family,
and you can still say I don't want to go.
But there might be a wedding down the line, Thanksgiving,
Make a certain
having
time
kids.
that you get together and like meet in the bathroom and fuck it out, and it'll make it worth it.
No,
I think the
just-
issue is he just can't stand the
I
family.
just think he
They
just need
just
to
need
be
to-
honest. Be like, you know,
Well, if
I
they
love
find you fucking in the bathroom, they won't invite you back next time. So
What is she
like,
talking
That's
about?
true.
What's she talking about?
Who?
I'm just
Oh.
kidding. Sorry, I had nothing to chime in, so I.
So you're saying just be honest, like I don't
Just
like
be
your family.
honest.
you
I
don't have to
That's
talk.
a
Just
whole
talk it over.
bag of problems.
No, but that's the problem if people don't know how to be upfront and honest, and that's why
Yeah.
relationships
And most
go
people
bad.
would understand
invite
if the
them to
boyfriend
your
doesn't want to
place
see
so
their
you
family.
can kick them the fuck out when you're done with it.
That's actually, I think, a great idea is to be like in control of the situation.
And then you'll figure out who doesn't like you because they're gonna come up with an excuse like, "Oh, I can't make it."
I like
da, da, da,
that.
da. And it's like, "All right, well,
He
Shelly,
probably
I'm
the
not coming to
boyfriend
your."
probably knows why he
Yeah.
don't like.
And your ambrosia
going to his
salad is
family
trash
already.
anyway. I'm not
Yeah.
coming.
Yeah, the boyfriend
You put
probably is on
raisins
the
in your
same
potato
page.
salad?
Yeah.
I don't think so. Okay, last question. This is from email. I still have sex with my ex. No feelings, really. The sex is just really good. Should I stop doing it?
No,
No,
No.
no.
Keep on
Comfortable sex
keeping
is
on.
the best sex.
As
Yeah.
well, as long as you both are on the same page about it.
Well,
Now,
see,
what-
that's
the
is
tricky
anybody
thing.
really on the
Is,
same
is
page
your
at
because
any
ex,
time?
is your ex seeing
that-
somebody else at the time? 'Cause
No.
That's a
it
good
feels
question.
even better.
It's
then.
not even that. What if the ex is thinking like it might go
It's
further?
even better at that point.
That comes the issue then.
Yeah. Okay.
yeah.
All right, so we end the show with a little rapid fire, and we're going to go on either side. You guys are going to take turns. We're going to give you 30 seconds
Oh, I gotta
to
time
to see
this.
how
This
many
is my job.
questions
This is why
you
I'm
can answer.
here.
Just like boom, 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 the answers. No thinking, just that.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
Hold
I'll
on,
go
let me stop.
first.
Let me get the timer.
All right, Cesar Xes.
Stopwatch. What is it? 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And bake.
Celebrity you'd like to fuck.
Robin Thicke.
Favorite, I said celebrity. Favorite genre of porn.
Gangbang.
Watch more or less porn during COVID.
All of the porn.
Where was your worst date?
Right now.
All of them. Like the Abbey, I guess.
Most embarrassing song on your playlist.
Girls just want to have fun.
Oh.
What is your worst habit?
I
Done.
chew a lot of gum all the time. I smack a lot.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6.
Mhm.
I think we can do
A little
better.
too much champagne.
Mr.
much
Ray
I
fry?
feel
Diesel.
like his questions will
Um,
be more elongated.
Ready?
Ready?
1, 2, 3, bake.
Favorite sex position?
Sex position? Any.
Eye contact or no during sex?
Don't
look at Either.
me. Don't look at me.
Favorite kind of underwear to wear around the house?
Well,
Michael Kors.
any brands actually don't really matter.
Okay. Most sex you've had in one day?
Oh, I can say that 10.
Do you use sex toys in the bedroom regularly?
No.
Guilty pleasure binge food?
Pizza.
Last time you masturbated?
Last night.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We got a winner.
A winner.
And he goes, a plaque will go on the wall.
Yes. All right. Tell your fans what your Just for Fans profile is so they can check you out.
I am JustFor.Fans /Cesar Xes CERSA. Oh wait, shit! I spelled it wrong. CESARXES.
Oh my lord.
It's also on the screen. It's on the
It's
screen.
on
Don't
the
worry. A lot of
screen.
bubbly. He's
Read
having
it.
birthday
Read it.
bubblies.
It's
Mr.
on
Ray
the screen. Follow it.
Diesel?
I am just for fans. Ray Diesel Triple X.
Yes. And what I love about you guys is you guys actually have Facebook pages.
Yes.
No other stars
Wow.
out there have Facebook, and I think it's missing out because you post like PG-13 pictures, and it's a fun way to incorporate. So
We're
check
of a
out
certain
their
age.
Facebook.
Yes.
Yeah.
But hey, there's a certain age that are using Facebook every day, so I love that you
Exactly.
guys have Facebook because we can tag you too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Anyway, send your sex questions and comments to events@JustFor.Fans or slide into our DMs on social media. We may ask it on air. Anthony, do you have any words of wisdom, and where can people find you?
No words of wisdom, but thank you for asking.
Okay.
Where can they find me on Instagram? I'm at Mr. Anthony John.
Fabulous.
And yeah, events at JustFor.Fans if you want to email.
And I'm Alexander. You can find me on Instagram @AlexanderIsOnAir. Make sure you like and subscribe to this podcast wherever you are listening or watching to us. Sign up for your free account at JustFor.Fans and be part of all of this adult goodness for free that is produced with fans in mind. Stay healthy, stay sexy. Until next time. Bye.
Bye.
It's been another episode of The Naked Truth, the official podcast for Just for Fans. Sign up for your free account at JustFor.Fans and follow us on Instagram and Twitter at JustForFansite. You never know what's going to happen on The Naked Truth.